Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed with that some of the reforms that is not yet completed also, like the electronic transfer, then what is that, automated teller machine, several techniques, that is the reforms with regard to nowadays due to the technological advancement, what are the reforms that is to be performed by each and every bank. So in continuation with that, we will see what are the more reforms or the what are the more sectors that is to be that is under the reformed thing. So that is, we will check into that. So that is the another one is the real-time gross settlement, RTGS, real-time gross settlement. This is a new system of payment that is to be evolved in the Indian banking environment. RTGS is a system of the payment that enables online clearing and settlement of the payments on a real-time basis across the banks in different cities. Pala cities, banks across the banks in different cities, there should be electronic, what is that, online clearing and settlement of the payments. അതായത് clearing things, അതായത് check clearing എല്ലാം through online basis. That is the case, real-time gross settlement. The RTGS is an upgraded technology aimed at reducing the dependency on payment through checks. It is radically different from the present-day paper-based clearing system. ഇപ്പോൾ ചെക്ക് ലീഫ് കൊടുത്ത് നമ്മൾ പേപ്പർ ബേസ്ഡ് ക്ലിയറിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം അത് ഒഴിവാക്കിക്കൊണ്ട് ത്രൂ ഓൺലൈൻ ഫെസിലിറ്റി ദ ചെക്സ് ആർ ടു ബി ക്ലിയർ ഓർ ദി പേയ്മെന്റ്സ് ആർ ടു ബി ക്ലിയർ. It not only permits the net settlement between the banks, but also to eliminate the systematic risk due to advances in the technological innovation. So what are the advantages of the RTGS? It should be certainty of payment, faster collection of funds. Fund is to be faster collected. Then no settlement risk, improved liquidity management, less fraud and less processing cost, and better inventory management. So inventory to be controlled. Then less fraud. അങ്ങേയറ്റം the check fraudulent activities അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫ്രോഡ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നില്ല. കാരണം it is through online transfer this one. Improve the liquidity position of the company or the bank. Then no settlement at risk also. And also one more thing, faster collection of funds and the certainty of payment. Then what are the features with regard to this RTGS system? Under the RTGS system, interbank funds transfer takes place on a real-time and on a gross basis. So between the bank, the fund transfer to be made, that is on a real-time and on gross basis. This system is meant for large value transaction. There is no restriction with regard to the maximum amount. RTGS does not require core banking facility, and also the remitting bank receives a message from the RBI that money remitted has been credited into the account of the receiving bank. So evidena povuna, that is to be debited, and the other case that is to be credited. So the credited to the account of the receiving bank. The remitting bank receives a message also. So that is the features with regard to real-time gross system. That is the RT gross settlement. That is the RTGS. Next is SWIFT. SWIFT in the sense Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. SWIFT code, some of the banks, almost all the banks, they are asking for the SWIFT code of each and every customer, like that. That company SWIFT code is very important. So SWIFT as a cooperative society was formed in May 1973 with 239 participating banks from 15 countries with its headquarters at Brussels. It started functioning in May 1977. Reserve Bank of India and 27 other public sector banks as well as 8 foreign banks in India have obtained the membership of SWIFT. That is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. That is also through online mode. It provides a rapid, secure, reliable, and cost-effective mode of transmitting the financial message worldwide. Salient features of the SWIFT are highly cost-effective, reliable, and safe means of fund transfer. The network facilitates transfer of the message relating to fixed deposit, interest payment, debit credit statement, and foreign exchange also. And such a service is available throughout the year, that is 24 hours a day, and serves almost all financial institutions and selected range of other users also. So these are the salient features with regard to SWIFT. That is Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Then Indian financial system, another one. So RTGS, then SWIFT, then IFSC. IFSC code is very important for each and every banking transaction. So Indian financial system code is an alphanumeric code that uniquely identifies a bank branch participating in the NEFT system. So National Electronically Fund Transfer System, that is the NEFT system. Then it is used to route the messages to the destination banks. This is an 11-digit code with the first 4 alpha characters representing the bank and the last 7 numeric characters representing the branch. അപ്പം ആദ്യത്തെ 4 7 4 11. So ആദ്യത്തെ 4 relates to the bank. ഇപ്പൊ SBI N എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ SBI India എന്നുള്ളത് SB India. So SBI N. Then next 7-digit. That is the numeric character that represents the branch. For example, see SBI N 4 times 0 623. That is a branch code. ആ ഒരു ബ്രാഞ്ച് ഏത് ബ്രാഞ്ചാണോ അത്. അപ്പൊ ആ ഒരു ഇതിലാണ് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ സിസ്റ്റം കോഡ് IFSC കോഡ് ഇത് പറയുന്നത്. So it is the alphanumeric code that uniquely identifies a bank branch participating in the NEFT system. So that is the case IFSC. Another one is core banking. So core banking or centralized online real-time electronic banking, that is the core banking, is a revolution in the banking services. It is an application of the wide area network of computers also. The WAN encouraged the banking sector to introduce core banking with a view to improve the customer service. The term real-time means the effect of the transaction is extended to the customers immediately when the transaction is taking place. So the effect is, that is the real-time, centralized online real-time electronic banking, that is the core banking. So the WAN encouraged banking sector, that is to introduce the core banking with a view to improve the customer service so that it can extend to the customer immediately when the transaction is taking place. Immediately, core banking, through core banking, that is to be beneficiary account. So what is the meaning and definition with regard to core banking? It is a banking service that provided by a group of network to bank branches where the customers may access their bank account and perform basic transactions from any of the member branch office. ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ബ്രാഞ്ചിന്റെ ഓഫീസിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ആ റിയലായിട്ട് SBI ആണെങ്കിൽ SBIയുടെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ബ്രാഞ്ച് അവിടെ ഇരുന്നുകൊണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ട്രാൻസാക്ഷൻ നടത്തുക, അതാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ കോർ ബാങ്കിങ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ സെൻട്രലൈസ്ഡ് സിസ്റ്റം എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ്ഡ് ബൈ എ ബാങ്ക് that allows its customers to conduct their business irrespective of the bank branches. ഇപ്പം SBIയുടെ കോട്ടയത്തെ മെയിൻ ബ്രാഞ്ചിലാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ അവിടെയാണ് അക്കൗണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ പോകുന്ന വഴിക്ക് ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു SBI കയറി need to do our requirement. That is the core banking facility. The salient features of a core banking are centralized database, easy access to the database, access to any branch, easy transfer of funds like that. And the merits of the core banking are transaction that is to be taken from any place. Transaction. That is the case. Then no need to visit the bank and improves the efficiency. So that is the case, core banking facility. Then electronic check, another one. The Negotiation Instrument Amendment and Miscellaneous Provision Act 2002, which came into force with effect from 6th February 2003, introduced the concept of E-Chq or electronic check. So what is E-Chq or electronic check? It is an electronic image of a paper check. Paper check, electronically image. It is an exact mirror image of a check. It is signed compulsorily using digital signature of the drawer. Digitally. അതാണ് നമ്മൾ മറ്റേത് മാനുവലി ഡിജിറ്റൽ സിഗ്നേച്ചർ വെച്ചാണ് ഇതിന്റെ ട്രീറ്റ്മെന്റ് പേയ്മെന്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡീലിംഗ്സ് നടക്കുന്നത്. The E-Chq prepared can be forwarded by the drawer to any person for payment. The drawing bank shall have to honor such a check by opening and verifying the digital signature of the drawer with the public key of the drawer. As per Section 6A of the Negotiation Instrument Act, a check in the electronic form is a check which contains exact mirror image of a paper check and is generated, written and signed in a signature and a symmetric crypto system. അതായത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ സിഗ്നേച്ചർ ആണ്, മാനുവൽ സിഗ്നേച്ചർ അല്ല ഇടുന്നത്. സോ സൈൻഡ് ഇൻ ദ സിഗ്നേച്ചർ വിത്തൗട്ട് ബയോമെട്രിക് സിഗ്നേച്ചർ. അതുകൊണ്ട് ബയോമെട്രിക് അല്ലാത്ത രീതിയിലുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് and a systematic crypto system that is to be entrust there. So that is the case. Negotiable Instrument Act prakaram or electronic check ennu parnal, a check is an electronic form. A check in the electronic form is a check which contains the exact mirror image of a paper check and also generated, written and signed in a signature with or without the biometric signature and a systematic crypto system. That is the electronic check. The essential features are, it is the exact mirror image of a paper check. It is generated, written and signed in a secured manner using digital signature which has been legally recognized. It may or may not have biometric signature. Digital signature of the drawer is compulsory. Adano withdraw avരുടെ signature compulsory ആണ്. And there should be minimum safety standards like asymmetric crypto system. അത് ഒരു ബാർകോഡോ അങ്ങനെ വല്ല ഇതും ഉണ്ടാകുന്നതിന് അതാണ്. These are the features. While advantages of the e-checks are, it offers more convenience. ചെക്ക് ബുക്കിന്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. Then anytime check എപ്പോൾ വേണേലും through computer that we need to prepare this e-check like that, and less expensive also. അത് ചെക്ക് പ്രിപ്പറേഷന്റെ ഇതിന് ആവശ്യമില്ല. മറ്റേ ചെക്കിന് നമ്മൾ തന്നെ കാശ് കൊടുക്കുകയും വേണം അതിന് ചെക്ക് ബുക്ക് കിട്ടാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള പ്രത്യേകതകളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ avoids loss in transit, bad delivery, etc. More protection also, avoids the delay in payment and facilitates e-banking. So these are the advantages with regard to the electronic check. So it is a paper check, but it is digital in nature. അതാണ് ഓർക്കുന്നത്. പേപ്പർ ചെക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ എഴുതുന്ന ഇത്, പക്ഷേ ഇത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഫ്രെയിം ഇതിലുള്ള ഒരു പേപ്പർ ടൈപ്പ് ഇതാണ്. So that is the case. Electronic check. Another one is the truncated check. The Negotiable Instrument Act has permitted the use of a truncated check as well as an electronic check. Meaning and definition of the truncated check as simply refers to the process of replacing a physical check with an electronic image of the check for the purpose of speedy collection of the check. Original check in there, physical originality of the check in there, or electronic image, that is the truncation. Duplication. So, for the purpose of speedy collection, only the clearinghouse of the banks involved can truncate a check. For bank in the physical check after the truncation is to be retained in the custody of the clearinghouse of the bank that truncated the check. Definition of a truncated check as Section 6 of the Negotiable Instrument Act defines a truncated check as a check which is truncated during the course of a clearing cycle, either by the clearinghouse or by the bank, whether paying or receiving the payment immediately on generation of an electronic image for the transaction. Either transaction or electronic image that is to be put. So paying on or receiving the payment. Payment in clear. Receiving the payment. Immediately on the generation of an electronic image of for a transaction, substituting the further physical movement of the check in writing. So there should be some substitution item, the further physical movement of the check in writing. ആദ്യം അത് ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് രീതിയിൽ അത് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അതിന്റെ ഇതിൽ എന്നിട്ട് ഒറിജിനൽ ഇതായിട്ടുള്ള ഫിസിക്കൽ മൂവ്മെന്റ് ഓഫ് ദ ചെക്ക് ദാറ്റ് ഷുഡ് ബി ഗിവൺ ഇൻ ദ ബാങ്ക് റൈറ്റിംഗ്. അതാണ് ട്രങ്കേറ്റഡ് ചെക്ക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. എസെൻഷ്യൽ ഫീച്ചേഴ്സ് ആർ, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നത്തിങ് ബട്ട് ആൻ ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഇമേജസ് ഓഫ് എ ഫിസിക്കൽ പേപ്പർ ചെക്ക്. ഒറിജിനൽ ചെക്ക് അതിന്റെ ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഇമേജ്. Only the clearinghouse or the banks involved can truncate a check. Bankino alle cleared agentino ade oru institution ആയിരിക്കും ഈ ക്ലിയറിംഗ് ഹൗസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ബാങ്കിന്റെയും കസ്റ്റമറുടെയും ഇടയ്ക്കുള്ള ഒരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ ആണ്. സോ they can only clear or the bank can clear so such a truncated check, and any holder or drawer cannot truncate a check, and the electronic image of the truncated check will substitute the physical check immediately from the time of truncation, and the truncation can be done only for the purpose of clearing to reduce the collection time. അതിനാണ് collection time കുറയ്ക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഈ ചെക്ക് ട്രങ്കേറ്റഡ് ആകുന്നത്. അതായത് ഒറിജിനൽ ചെക്കിന്റെ ഒരു electronic image ആണ് ഈ truncated check എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ. And also the physical check after truncation is to be retained in the custody of the clearinghouse or the bank that truncated the check. So this is the truncated check. And also addition of the digital signature of the truncating bank or clearinghouse to the truncated check is optional, since the Negotiable Instrument Act is silent on this case. അപ്പോൾ നെഗോഷ്യബിൾ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് ആക്ട് ഇതിനെപ്പറ്റി ഒന്നും വലുതായിട്ട് പറയുന്നില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇത് അത്ര ആക്റ്റീവായിട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് യൂട്ടിലൈസ്ഡ്. ബട്ട് ഇത്രയും ഓർക്കുക, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ഫിസിക്കൽ ചെക്കിന്റെ ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഇമേജ് ആണ് truncated check. Another one is the plastic cards, like the credit card, the debit card, like that. So the plastic card is a typical bank card issued by a bank to its clients that performs one or more of a number of services that relate to giving the client access to the fund, either from the client's own bank account or through a credit account. So these cards are used for electronic commerce and for banking transactions through the ATMs. So some of the plastic cards we are going to see. Credit card. It is a standard size plastic token with a magnetic strip that holds a machine readable code, which are convenient substitute for cash. Cash in പകരമായിട്ട് we are putting the same to the machine, and that magnetic strip, based on the magnetic strip, the machine is reading the code there. In that magnetic strip, there is a code. Based on the code, transaction to be undertaken or done. So it is an essential component of electronic commerce. So a credit card is a debt instrument issued by a banker to its customers, permitting them to transact within the credit limit sanctioned by the bank. 5000 ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ലിമിറ്റ് കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നെങ്കിൽ ആ 5000 വരെയുള്ള പേയ്മെന്റുകൾ, 5000 വരെയുള്ള പർച്ചേസുകൾ ഒക്കെ നടത്തിയിട്ട് ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഡേയ്ക്കുള്ളിൽ ദാറ്റ് പേയ്മെന്റ് ഈസ് ടു ബി റിട്ടേൺഡ് ബാക്ക് ടു ദ ബാങ്ക്. അതാണ് ഒരു ക്രെഡിറ്റ് കാർഡിന്റെ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ. The bank issuing the credit card that sanctions a clean overdraft limit to the customer depending upon their credit worthiness. So the customer can withdraw the money from the bank up to the limit sanctioned by the bank. The credit card also facilitates shopping from approved retail outlets also, and electronic fund transfer installation and interbank network should be there in the credit card. A credit card is defined as a card issued by a financial company giving the holder an option to borrow the fund, usually at a point of sale, and is primarily used for short-term financing also. So it is defined as a card issued by a financial company, giving the holder an option to borrow the fund, usually a point of sale. And then a particular thing made, we have to, through the credit card, we can pay it. And later on, what is the function? We are borrowing the money for that. And later on, we are repaying it. That is a type of short-term financing, this one. This credit card facility. Then, the credit cards contains the following information: name of the customer, 16-digit card number, validity date, name of the issuing bank, signature panel, magnetic strip, and PIN number, personal identification number. And advantage of credit card: no need of carrying cash, isn't it? Reduces the risk. Financial security, easy withdrawal, insurance coverage also there, and special offers also there. We need to get discount also, attractive gifts also, like that. While there are some advantages, there are some disadvantages also. Inconvenience to the card holder. In case it is lost or damaged, it is inconvenience to a card holder. Immediately need to stop the transaction or stop the working of that card. Okay, so that is the inconvenience to a card holder. Misuse of the card also, another one. അതായത് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ചിലപ്പം ഇതുണ്ടല്ലോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് we need to purchase more, isn't it? അതായത് മിസ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. And also then that is the credit card. Another one is the debit card. Debit card എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ that modes that facilitates the customer to enter the transaction on their bank account. ബാങ്ക് അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ കൂടി മാത്രമുള്ള, അതായത് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് തിങ്സ് ഒന്നും പറ്റില്ല. They eliminate the need to carry the cash or physical checks to make the purchases. അതിന്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ലല്ലോ. ചെക്ക് കയ്യിൽ കൊണ്ടു നടക്കുകയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്യാഷ് കയ്യിൽ കൊണ്ടു നടക്കുകയോ ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. In order to make the purchases, we can use this. So to eliminate the need to carry the cash or to physical checks. It allows the instant withdrawal of the cash from ATMs also. So what is the meaning and definition? A debit card is a plastic card containing electromagnetic identification, which automatically debits the account of the customer on withdrawal of the money by using the card, or on purchase of the goods or services using the card by the customer. So if we are purchasing anything through the debit card, next moment our account is debited. Like the same, we are withdrawing the money from the ATM at the same moment, that also debited. So that is why it is called a debit card. Debit card automatically debits the savings bank account or current account of the customer in the specified bank. A debit card is defined as a plastic card that resembles a credit card but functions like a check, and through which payments for the purchases or services are made electronically to the bank accounts of participating retailing establishment directly from those of the cardholders. So even if we are giving, instead of the cash, we are giving this, that is workable. അതാണ് ഡെബിറ്റ് കാർഡിന്റെ ഒരു സവിശേഷത. Next is the differences between debit card and credit card. Debit card withdrawal is against own money deposited in the bank, while credit card against the credit limit sanctioned by the bank. അപ്പം ഓൺ മണി ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് നമ്മൾ നമ്മുടെ അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ ബാങ്ക് ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിൽ നിന്നാണ് കുറയുന്നത്. മറ്റേത് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ലിമിറ്റ് സാങ്ഷൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, അതിൽ ആണ് ഇതെടുക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ. സെക്കൻഡ് ഈസ് യൂസ് ഓഫ് ഡെബിറ്റ് കാർഡ് ഇൻവോൾവ്സ് നോ കോസ്റ്റ് ബർഡൻ as the customer draw their own money, while it involves additional cost burden such as interest and other charges to the card holders. ഇതിനകത്ത് there is no interest or like that, no cost also, isn't it? Use of the debit card, while additional costs are there for the credit card. Another, it is as good as a liquid money while it is only like the borrowed money. കടം മേടിക്കുന്നതാണ്, അതാണ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് കാർഡിന്റെ സവിശേഷത. പക്ഷേ നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം മണി, നമ്മൾ സേവ് ചെയ്തിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന സ്വന്തം മണിയിൽ നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ വിഡ്രോ ചെയ്യുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അതാണ് ലിക്വിഡ് മണി. Okay, and there is no risk of overspending as the customer can spend only based on the account balance. But in this case, the credit limit is there so that we will use that one up to the standard sanctioned credit limit. So these are the differences between a debit card and a credit card. So the plastic cards we use the credit card, debit card, and one more is their smart card. It is an electronic purse with an embedded microchip that carries out all the functions of a magnetic stripe cards like the ATM card, the credit and debit card. എല്ലാത്തിനും കൂടെ ഒറ്റയത്, that is the smart card. അതൊരു embedded microchip ആണ്, അതൊരു ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് പേഴ്സ് പോലെയാണ്. അതായത് all the transaction like the ATM thing, credit thing and debit thing all to be in one. The smart card technology is also widely used by the bankers to market their products. Smart card, which is a chip-based card, is a kind of an electronic purse. Embedded in the smart card is a microchip which will store a monetary value. When a transaction is made using the card, the value is debited and the balance comes down automatically. Once the monetary value comes down to the nil, the balance is to be restored all over again so that the card becomes operational as usual. Advantages are more secure than the ATM, debit and credit cards because card-related frauds and crimes cannot take place in a smart card. ATM ആണെങ്കിലും debit ആണെങ്കിലും credit card ആണെങ്കിലും there should be fraudulent activities. So when compared to this is more secure. It provides a communication security as it verifies whether the signature is genuine or not. അതാണ് നോക്കുന്നതിനകത്ത്. The card recognizes different voices and compares with the recorded original voice. അതാണ് വോയിസ് ചെക്കിംഗ്. നമ്മൾ ഇതെടുക്കുമ്പോൾ കൊടുക്കുന്ന വോയിസ് ആണോ തന്നെയാണോ എന്നുള്ളതിന് ഡിഫറെന്റ് ടൈംസ് they need to recognize the voice, and it is used for making the purchases without the necessity of requiring the authorization of the personal identification number as in a debit card. So making the purchases without the necessity of requiring the authorization ആവശ്യമില്ല, okay, of the personal identification as in a debit card, and it does away with all the problems associated with the traditional currency. Means ഈ കേസുകളെല്ലാം എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്? we need to remove the currency related issues, അതായത് through online only, physical currency not to be stored in our wallet. That is the thing. So these are the plastic cards, so credit card, debit card and smart card. So please have a look at the class today and please confirm, please clear off your doubts also, and please confirm once it is uploaded, once the video is uploaded, and please clear off your doubts. So thank you for the